What would you do if your teacher crashed out? After the school shooting at the nearby high school, 26 children were shot dead under the care of their math teacher, Miss Zine. She was found performing CPR on dead children, shouting, "I'm your teacher. I was supposed to keep you safe." 2 months later, she became our 7th grade teacher. She immediately installed these doorstops with her own money. She even created emergency backpacks with first aid supplies. But by the 3rd week, something shifted. She started flinching every time the intercom crackled on. She pressed herself against the wall and her eyes went wide until the principal finished announcing picture day. Nobody said anything, but everyone was thinking the same thing: PTSD. She wouldn't let us use the bathroom during what she called high-risk times, which turned out to be most of the day. She'd search our backpacks and volunteered to organize school shooting escape demonstrations. The real changes started after Thanksgiving break, because that's when she introduced us to the quiet game. I remember the first time she randomly screamed, "Threat, there's a threat," during a math lesson. Everyone froze before scrambling under their desks. This kid Michael started crying because he hit his knee on the metal bar, and Miss Zine completely lost it. She made him lie on the floor while she dripped red paint on his shirt, saying, "This is what happens to loud children. They leak out and die." Michael's mom complained, but the principal just said Miss Zine was keeping us safe. Looking back, the school probably figured that at least Miss Zine was helping them avoid a lawsuit. She created these survivor scores on the board, ranking us by how quiet and fast we were during drills. I was stuck in the middle at number 15 and hated myself for caring about it. But when you saw how Miss Zine's face lit up for the top 5 kids, you wanted to be better at being quiet. She'd tell us stories about her old students while we hid under our desks. "Tyler breathed too loud," she'd whisper. I'd press my hands against my chest, trying to make it quieter. She made us wear only socks in class because sneakers make fatal sounds. She covered all the windows with what she called art projects, but were really survival maps showing hiding spots and exit routes. I helped her tape them up one afternoon and noticed my hands were shaking. "Good," she said. "Fear keeps you alert." We had to eat lunch at our desks in our hiding positions because attacks happened during transitions. Every subject became about survival. Math problems were about calculating response times, and history lessons were about children who didn't hide well enough. I stopped doing homework. What was the point of learning algebra when she kept telling us we probably wouldn't make it to 8th grade anyway? The week before everything went wrong was when things got really bad. On Monday, she locked this girl Emma in the supply closet for solo survival practice and forgot about her for 2 hours. I was in the bathroom when they found her, and I'll never forget how Emma looked when they brought her out. Her face was red and puffy, and she kept whimpering, "I was good, I was quiet," over and over. I threw up in the sink. Tuesday, she made us write goodbye letters to our parents, so they'd have something if we failed. I wrote, "I love you, Mom and Dad," about 50 times because I couldn't think of anything else. The girl next to me, Katie, just drew pictures of her dog. Wednesday, she showed us actual news footage of school shootings on the smartboard, pointing out everything the kids did wrong. The kid in front of me wet his pants, and the smell filled the room, but Miss Zine didn't even notice. She just kept rewinding the same clip, saying, "See, he ran wrong." Thursday was a full day of silence training where nobody could talk or use the bathroom. Kids were crying silently by lunchtime, but she just nodded approvingly at our proper technique. Friday, she sent home a note saying, "Next week we're doing extended drills. Be prepared." My mom read it 3 times at dinner. "Maybe I should call someone," she kept saying. But my dad just shook his head. "Miss Zine's the expert," he said. "She lived through it." I wanted to scream that we were living through something too, but I just asked to be excused. When the counselor tried to intervene, Miss Zine told her she'd have blood on her hands when her kids die. Monday morning started with her being extra jumpy. She initiated something she called Code Survival and barricaded our door in 30 seconds using furniture she'd pre-positioned. She texted the principal, "It's happening again. I'm ready this time." Kids used buckets she'd hidden for bathrooms because no one leaves positions. She patrolled the room with scissors, calling them last resort protection, and kept saying, "We succeeded where my last class failed." That's when we heard it. Bang bang, gunshots. The color drained from my face. Miss Zine just smiled. Full story on channel, link below.